So I just worked out, and I will say that although Houston, the humidity just destroys me, we have every kind of food you could ever imagine from any country. So I'm at this really good Little V Vietnamese bistro right by the gym. And usually I get the spring rolls, but I'm not going to eat too much today. I've got a couple things I need to do. So I'm going to get a vermicelli noodle bowl. And usually I do the mixed, which is like the pork and shrimp. And then the other place I go to also has chicken with it. But I think I'm going to try the chicken lemongrass bowl or the chicken curry vermicelli bowl. But I just want something light. I don't really want soup right now because it's 110 degrees outside. But everything here is very, very good. And yeah, it's fantastic. Really, really good restaurants here.
Did you need anything?
Lunch has been done. It is so ridiculously hot. I didn't even dry my hair because it was so hot. I'm like, I just want to be like just covered in water right now. So I just inhaled my lunch. I gotta go do some lady pampering because I'm a lady. So now I have to go take care of some unruly parts of me. So yes, family channel. But anyway, yeah, things are getting out of hand. So I need to go go to an appointment right now. I was going to do it later, but they don't have any later appointments. And then I've got to go to Walmart, get a few things. I need to go pick up the trident that I painted for Harriet that's in my RV garage. Hopefully it's dry and not sticky, so I have paint all over my hands. Alright, I need to get a new phone holder at some point. I also need to go to Whole Foods and pick up my lost Amazon package that didn't get in yesterday when I was there. Hang on, let me fix this. It is hot. It's 100 degrees right now. So right now I'm driving 12 minutes to my appointment on South Fry Road, which I think is right next to Whole Foods. So I might be able to go pick up my Whole Foods package first. And then I have another appointment I need to go to at 2:20. And then I need to get my eyebrows done. So yeah, I'm not into the trend of like tattooing my eyebrows. I'm not entirely sure why that's a thing. I grew up in the 90s where people overplucked their eyebrows, but I've never done anything to my eyebrows. I just leave them as they are, and they're fine. You know, whatever. But I get threading done. I've had threading done since I was like 17 years old. I used to go to this place in California, then I found a place in Indianapolis actually that did threading. It's the Nepalese Indian, you know, Bangladeshi, and like that kind of part of the world. They use string and they kind of put it through their teeth and then like, you know, thread it, like, you know, kind of shape your eyebrows with instead of plucking them out, they use threading, which is kind of the same, but it looks really nice. So I'm gonna go do that as well after I've done my lady appointment, my lady bits, and then yeah, so just a lot of running around today, and then it's mommy and me time. So yeah, I just need to get that done. I know this area. This is Cinco Ranch. This is Katy. That Vietnamese food was really good. Not as good as Pho Tan An, which is kind of my favorite, but that's kind of way out of the way on the freeway, and it's in the wrong direction. But I had the vermicelli bowl, and it was really good. They always do the custom at Little V's. If you get the tofu, like this is kind of like this tofu stir fry with ginger sauce. If you get it with grilled chicken, it's chicken breast, and it's much. I think tofu tastes like ass. Even though I've lived in Japan for a long time, I traveled all through Asia. I only like maba tofu, which is super spicy Chinese style tofu. Like it's good, or maba tofu that's on a stick in Japan and the street fairs. I don't like anything else. So yeah, I don't like the texture of tofu. It's the most processed form of soybean. So, and plus eating too much soy, I think, can not be too great for you. I don't know. I'm not really a fan of like soy milk or any of that stuff. But I get the tofu substituted for grilled chicken, and it's fantastic. So Little V's over in Katy, look them up, and super nice. Always good food, great portions, only $14 for all of that food. It was so much. And then I got Thai iced tea, which I'm still drinking because I'm rushing out of there. So yeah, I'm always a big fan of Thai food on a day like this where it's 100 degrees. But yeah, I was like, well, I could get sushi, but then I'll be hungry in like 10 minutes. And I'm really a sushi snob because I lived in Japan, and sushi there is like, you eat it under the railroad track in Tokyo on a conveyor belt, and there's no OSHA regulations, no health codes, nothing. You come here, people get dressed up to go to sushi, which I think is funny. It still cracks me up 25 years after I moved to Japan. I'm like, I don't get dressed up for sushi. I eat it with my fingers. You don't have to use chopsticks. It's finger food. And on the conveyor belt sushi, I make a fort. I basically have a fortress around me, and nobody will ever find me. I'm going to be hiding behind my fortress of plates, and it's only like $12 for all-you-can-eat sushi. And then you come here, and it's like $20 for a roll. And I'm hungry afterwards, and I just feel bad when my friends are like, let's go for sushi. I'm like, okay, but let me go eat beforehand and after, and also let like the Japanese, but luckily we have every food from every country in Houston, and we have Asian Town. That's like what it's called. They just lump all the Asian people together. So the most Texan thing, like, you know, like there used to be a website that I used to have the Japanese kids. It was called it's you know, anyway, it's called All Look Same, and basically like they had to guess which ethnicity, which country that these, you know, Asian people were from, and it just mugshots, and it was from like 25 years ago. And so I used to play this game, and we were learning countries of the world and diversity, and that you can be, you know, American, but also you can look like you're from another country but still be an American, because they didn't quite understand that concept of like, in Japan you have Japanese and you have Gaijin, and Gaijin are everybody else. And so, sorry, my hair's all messed up. So I would teach them, like, you know, when you go to other countries, there's a mix of different people, and that you can look one way but still speak, you know, a completely different language. Like my mother's first language was like German, Russian, Ukrainian, and then English. But yet, you know, my other friend who was from San Francisco, she was Asian, but she doesn't speak any Asian languages whatsoever. She just is American, and they couldn't understand that. They're like, but she looks Japanese. But I'm like, yes, but she's American. So I would teach them culture, and then I would go travel to like 40 different countries, and I come back and I bring things like saris and different outfits for them to try on, and I teach them about food and culture. And I'd have cultural day where I'd have the other foreigners that taught English come in and cook food from their countries, because we had New Zealanders and Scottish people, and, you know, Australians, and you know, all this other stuff, and it was great. But yeah, so but in Texas, Asian Town, they just lump it all together. So I'm like 1% Korean, Siberian, Japanese, and I think that's pretty cool. So I think that's the Ukrainian side of me, but it makes sense because my sister and I both have like astigmatism, and I don't think my sister could wear contact lenses because she's got, like, people used to think that my mother adopted a little Chinese baby when my sister was little, and when Harriet was born, she looked like a little Chinese baby. And her father was like, "Who's the father?" I'm like, "You." We all look like little Asian Russian babies when we come out. So anyway, but it's great. It's interesting to learn like your heritage, but like I don't make any sense. I've got a British accent, but I'm not at all British like genetically. I'm not even Western European. I'm Eastern European, Hungarian, Lithuanian, Ukrainian, Russian, and then 18% Anatolian Turkish, which I thought was pretty interesting. I think that's my mother's side. And then Siberian, Japanese, Korean, and then Baltic, Greek, Italian, Northern Greek, Italian. And I was like, I did not think I was that exotic. But nothing makes sense. And then I'm an American citizen. I speak Japanese, and I have a British kind of not really accent. So it doesn't make any sense. And then having a mother that was adopted, where I don't really know anything about her family or heritage or anything. I only know that like her mother died when her mom was like, well, my grandmother was like 33, and my mother was adopted at 9, or no, she was orphaned at 9 years old and adopted at 12 years old, with her younger sister who was 10 at the time, and her older sister was 14. My Aunt Maria ended up staying in Germany. They're at a Russian orphanage in Germany, and adopted by Americans. So my mother moved to America when she was 12. So it's really interesting, fascinating to try to figure out family history when you have like no records of it. And then my dad's side is all recorded from getting into Ellis Island and emigrating to the US from Hungary and Lithuania. It's all good. So anyway, that said, I am going to my lady appointment. So gotta do that. But yeah, so anyway, but yeah, as for food like sushi and stuff, I can go to Asian Town. They've got Kinokuniya, which is the Japanese bookstore, where they have all these manga books. I get all Harriet's books from there because she's really into Japanese anime and manga and all that stuff, and she's really talented on her digital art, so I really encourage it. But yeah, I mean, there's tons of diversity out here. We've got lots of Indian restaurants, lots of Pakistani restaurants. Everyone at some point has lived in Houston, I've learned. People come here for work or they visited, but nobody wants to live here, and I get it because the humidity will kill you. I hate it. I'm only back a few days every other week or so, just for the important stuff, and then I leave and I do my nonprofit, and I come back and I'm here again. So just here quickly, leaving Monday morning, but today it's just run around. I get my mail, I get my medical appointments here, although now I can move my medical appointments around the country on a travel console, which is good for the VA. That's helpful, especially because I've got the colonoscopy coming up. But then I've got, like all my, like I don't trust anyone else, so, except my hair. My hair's kind of screwed up from dyeing it blonde, so but I'm not very loyal to hair salons. I'll go anywhere that I can. But I am loyal to like the lady that does my eyebrows. I'm loyal to the lady that takes care of the rest of me. You know, there's the meme that's like, you know, why would you peel the potato unless you're going to mash it? I'm like, you know what? It's just hygiene. It doesn't matter whether I'm baking or cooking potatoes today. I'm still got to take care of myself. Anyway, again, family channel. All right, now I'm in Cinco Ranch, and yes, the Whole Foods is over here, so I probably won't have time to go pick it up because the line's going to be too long. Anyway, okay, well, I will chat with you guys a little bit later, and I need to get I managed to get most of the videos off my phone, so I'm going to start working on videos and get those videos deleted so I can free up space. And then hopefully Harriet's phone, which I don't know where it is, it's over here. Harriet's phone hopefully will free up some memory too. So I'm going to start working in a different order of videos. So I'm just going to try to get the ones done, the low-hanging fruit, the ones that already have the videos transferred to my computer, like the ones from Zion, Bryce, and all that stuff. I'm going to get those done first, and then just get those off my phone. And then the ones that I'm having trouble downloading are a little bit older, like the Tennessee and Indiana and Kentucky videos, just because they're coming off the cloud. But I'll be in good Wi-Fi a little bit later throughout, you know, the rest of the weekend, so I'll be able to use them for that. But anyway, blah, blah, blah. For some reason, this is the biggest package for the tiniest makeup bottle. Oh, look, a trash can. There's a dumpster on wheels. Between my van and my car, I park like a jerk. But anyway, I'm so worried about blocking the sidewalk with my bike rack, which is illegal to block the sidewalk because of people in wheelchairs. But then I ended up parking like a jerk, which is fine. I'll take one for the team as long as I don't block anything. Oh, okay. All right, let's go get cleaned up a little bit. Like I said, I'm gonna go peel some potatoes. All right, I'm all good now. Gotta go to one more appointment, and it is so humid. The floor is wet. Why is the ground wet? It's not even raining. Okay, let's go get my eyebrows done. All right, now I'm at Soft Arch Brows and Beyond, and this is great. They always have Bollywood movies playing, so they should be open. Let's take a look.